Yeet. Keep. Hello everyone! Thanks for joining me for another Modern Quick Match. Nothing fancy here, just what the title says. I'll do a quick deck tech, which is the same one from the Modern Matchup Analysis video, so if you don't want to hear it again, or you just want to jump straight to the gameplay, I have included the timestamp in the description below. Please like and subscribe, it really helps out a lot. Now, let's play some Modern. Alright, so we're piloting Grixis Urza with a splash for green, but if you're new to the deck, the main engine is Thopter, Foundry, Sword of the Meek. With both in play, you pay 1, sack the Sword of the Foundry, you gain a life, and get a Thopter. That Thopter then triggers a sword, comes back attached. So for every 1 mana you have, you get 1 life and 1 Thopter. Fine combo that's actually pretty difficult for a lot of decks to deal with as it is. But why this deck has jumped to tier 1 status is because of Modern Horizons. First, Urza makes this combo go infinite. Urza taps the sword for 1 mana to activate the Foundry, sacrifices the sword, Thopter made, sword comes back untapped. So that's 2 fresh artifacts to make 2 more mana. Repeat this and you'll have infinite life, Thopters, and mana. Then with the infinite mana, you can activate Urza's 5 ability until you play your whole deck. A lot of decks will play a win condition like Europe or Aether Grid. That way you don't have to pass the turn over while your Thopters are summoning sick. Oh, and for fun, you also get a huge construct for free with Urza. You know, because he wasn't good enough already. Just a crazy good card. So how do we get this combo consistently? First and foremost, we're churning through our deck with Cantropy artifacts. Mishra's Bauble is a delayed redraw that gives us some info. Arcum's Astrolabe both fixes our mana and redraws. Chromatic Star is a free roll, and then there's Ichor Wellspring. We can also directly tutor with Whir of Invention and Goblin Engineer. Whirring at instant speed is amazing for finding either combo piece or as a toolbox tutor. Engineer can get a combo piece in the yard early, but where it really shines is in the late game for grinding matchups. Once you start sacrificing Ichor Wellsprings for Astrolabes, and then next turn sacrifice the Astrolabe for a Wellspring, every turn that's just hard for a lot of decks to keep up with. For the toolbox side of things, an Ensnaring Bridge is really nice to have to stay alive for a few turns. Now, we're not really a prison deck, but this is a great card to have at our disposal if we need it. Whirring for a Pithing Needle is often just a counter spell with a Planeswalker or other target on the stack. Then there's Damping Sphere, Nihil Spellbomb, Pyrite Spellbomb, and Welding Jar. Other things that are really nice to have at our disposal if we have a Whir in hand. All these builds run 4 Mox Opals because it's one of the most powerful cards in Modern. And most are now running 2 Galvanic Blasts to round out the Metalcraft suite. The land base doesn't actually vary all that much in terms of the lands themselves. We're looking at 8 fetches, 3 shocks, a lot of snow basics. For the Astrolabes, and then Inventor's Fair and Spire of Industry are pretty common. Where people do have differences is actually in the count of the lands. I see a lot of decks running 18 or 19, which is very low. Because we cantrip so much, I do get it. And there are hands where that's enough and it feels really, really good. But I feel like I lose a lot of games being stuck with an Urza or a Whir in hand and not hitting that 4th land drop. I really like 20. Okay, to the sideboard. We've got 2 Fatal Pushes for early aggro and other troublesome creatures like Collector Oofs and Katakis. Thoughtseizes for other combo decks and for sniping hate cards. Assassin's Trophy for pretty much everything. Collector Brutality is a megastar against burn and is extra discard for control matchups. Tireless Tracker is a new addition showing great results against opponents trying to get the game to go long and grindy. Tezzeret, another great win condition for when they disrupt our combo. Ashiok has really been overperforming. He shines in the mirror, cutting off Whirs, Engineers, and Fetches, while also nuking the yard a few times. It's fantastic against Scapeshift and Titan decks, and really does a number on other graveyard decks in the format also. Grafdigger's Cage, because Allosaurus combo and Dredge are still a thing. And just remember that Cage is kind of useless against Living End. Those creatures go to exile first. And Dead of Winter is one of the best board wipes in the format in this deck. Now let's get to it. Hello everyone, we are here playing some Grixis Urza. And this hand is not great. We do have to rely a lot on redraws. But turn 1 Astrolabe into turn 2 Sword of the Meek hopefully can be really good. It's not a hand I like to keep. But I think we will. Opponent is super friendly. You love to see that in the chat. Our opponent kept 7. Alright, so we're hoping for lands. That's all we care about now. Alright, perfect. Alright, pass the turn. See what we are up against. Breeding Pool in untapped. Once Upon a Time. Oh boy. Is this Gemstone Mine? Okay, this might be Allosaurus comp. Oh, not out. This is Amulet Titan. This is rough. The good news is that Pithing Needle does work on Sakura Tribe Scout. It's one of the few hits we have against Amulet Titan. I think that's the way we do it. We will... It's just... let's make sure we do this right. Astrolabe first. It's one of the only things we can actually name in this matchup. So let's make sure they don't get a usage out of it. We will Pithing Needle, naming Sakura Tribe Scout. And yeah, we're not playing anything anyway, so on their upkeep we will take a peek. The good thing is their Once Upon a Time didn't hit a prime time. Sakura Tribe Scout getting in because that's all it can do. Bajukabog. Okay, so we know about another Once Upon a Time and a Gemstone Mine. Which means that Once Upon a Time's, they're digging a ton. They're going to get a prime time eventually, but not next turn. So I think we have some time to do some stuff here before we have to slam a bridge. Let's just Chromatic Star, and then since we don't have to worry about discard spells or anything like that, get a redraw here and play the Wellspring. Okay, we did hit a land off it. That was good. Play the Wellspring. Scalding Tarn or Steam Vents. I think we actually have to play this Scalding Tarn. Actually, we already played a land. That would make a little more sense. Okay, well, pass the turn. We are the scariest thing this turn is now going to be Azusa. So let's see if that is going to happen. Hopefully they just do Once Upon a Time. Castle Garenberg. No Azusa. No Azusa. Ugh, okay. Okay, now we're really relying on this Ensnaring Bridge. Exiles our graveyard, yeah. Now we can still kill the Azusa, but the damage has already been done. They've got the Titan mana next turn anyway. But now that we have 2 Galvanic Blasts, ooh, do we actually just hold them both for the Titan at this point? Maybe we do. Just in case they can somehow deal with... That's a thought. So they're already at primetime mana, so there's no way we're keeping them from ramping or anything. So I think that's the play. We will get a Steam Vents in tapped, play the bridge, and then what we'll do is we'll double Galvanic Blast the primetime next turn. They are going to get land drops off the first Enter the Battlefield trigger, but bridge does help. Once Upon a Time. Digging, digging, digging. There's the prime time. And they play the prime time this turn. Let's see. Cruel Turf. It's a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, so prime time down. Yeah, so I think it was smart not to worry about this Azusa. Perfect prime time mana. Yep. Let's see what lands they get. Field of the Dead. Okay, so I think now actually what we do is we kill both the Azusa and the Tribe Scout, because they're the only ones that can get under the bridge. And actually, they're not going to be able to get there. They didn't get one of their crazy give double strike or whatever lands. They just got Field of the Dead. So, do we let them get in for one more hit? Well, we can keep it up. So we can wait to see what they do, if they can drop another prime time or not. Let's just make sure mana's good. 2 for Sword of the Meek. And then Steam Vents plus an Astrolabe for the other 2. And then that means the zombies can't attack either. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, they had it. Yikes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. They had the Rex Sage. Now we have to kill the prime time. Good thing we kept it up. But we are in super trouble now. Now we need to get our combo online. Okay, bridge down. They had the answer. Getting in for 6. Okay, we just need our combo now. Land for turn. Oh, we did it. Is it going to be enough, though? Let's see. So, off the Tarn down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. We'll block the 3 of these. 6 or 4 will get in, and we'll gain 3 up to 10. Okay, we might have done it. They do have 2 cards in hand still, which is very scary. So let's see. Goes to combat. Everybody in. Well, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Get a Thopter Foundry. Crack this for a snow-covered mountain. Let's do the thing. Pad the life total a bit. So the second Rec Sage is a nightmare. So I actually think we're just going to make sure they can't recur that somehow by putting in the graveyard. I don't know if they run anything like that, but we will. Actually, no, we'll kill it while we can. Okay. All right, what's the follow-up? 3 cards in hand. Do they have another Rec Sage? Stirrings. EE. Oh, no, they hit it. Wow, this was a really good game. But they had everything they needed. Okay, EE on 2. They do blow it up, so that means we got to redraw off the Wellspring. Urza buys us some time. Bojuka Bog. Yep, well, they had to have it. They definitely did what they had to do. We draw a. This was a really good game. They had both answers they needed. They had the Reclamation Sage at the right time, and they were able to get a engineered off the Ancient Stirrings. They just had everything they had to. Okay, Urza down. We do get a spin. See what we hit. Land. Well, we can block 2 of them. Not completely dead, but we will see. Getting in. We go to 1. Field of the Dead. We draw a Swamp. Unhelpful. Well, I don't think there's anything we can draw now. I think we're just dead. Let's see. Another Urza. Does that help? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have to tap 1. Oh, no, you know what? No, we still have a land drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Creature. Okay, not dead yet. We had to hit double creatures there, and we did. Actually, the exact 2 creatures there. So I think we just need to go get a Sword of the Meek. Pass the turn. Field of the Dead. Gets a zombie. 1 card in hand. Oh my goodness, are we gonna get out of this? Damping Sphere doesn't do anything. Well, let's keep spinning. What do we hit? Goblin Engineer, and we did it! Oh my god! We did it! Thopter Foundry. Go get the Thopter Foundry by sacrificing a Astrolabe. Now we go infinite. Wow, that was amazing. Whoa, good game, opponent. That was one of the best games I've seen from both sides in a long, long time. That was great. Okay, now to be fair, let's just make sure everyone is clear. I was very, very lucky. Those hits off the Urza spin, getting creature after creature after creature, including the first Urza hit off the Urza, getting the second construct. We got super lucky. Super, super lucky. You could say they got lucky too by hitting their Ancient Stirrings to get the Engineer to close it, but I think we were far luckier in that matchup. That was just a wild, wild game. Really, really cool. And it was a good idea to hold on to those Galvanic Blasts for that Titan. So I think we played that well. We did need a lot of luck, but that was really good. Okay, so to the sideboard. We want all of our discard spells. Even Brutalities. They help against Ancient Stirrings and Into the Stories. Fatal Push is fine. We definitely want Assassin's Trophy. And the best card we have in this entire matchup is Ashiok. If they can't search their library, it becomes a really hard match for them to win. And because we saw the Field of the Dead, we do want a Dead a winner. So we brought in a lot of non-artifacts, so that means the opals go down. Spellbomb, Nihil Spellbomb is definitely done. Pithing Needle doesn't do anything. Actually, Pithing Needle might be worth it for EE. So we'll keep Pithing Needle in just for that. We'll go down Dirtily stuff. Damping Sphere doesn't do anything. We'll keep 1 Wellspring just in case. The only other thought is maybe bring in Fatal Pushes. I forgot to mention, Collective Brutality is also great against Summoner's Packs. That's really the big hit we want to be dealing with. Okay, well, we had to get a little lucky, but I think we played to our outs really well that game, and I'm very proud of how that one went down. Okay, so game 2. We can't keep this. Just too many times this happens where there's just not a second land. This is not much better. But it's certainly not worth going down to 5 over. So I think we will put a Scalding Tarn to the bottom. And we do have a clean answer to Prime Time if need be. Ooh, we would have really liked to be able to Assassin's Trophy that. Chalice on 0 is fine because we basically took out all of our zeros. I guess that's not true. We have baubles, but Okay, that helps a lot. So the question is, do we just throw this Pithing Needle down now on... Yeah, because if we're going to deal with a Tribe Scout, we'll use the Brutality on it. So we'll use this for Engineered Explosives. And pass the turn. Castle Garenberg. And no crazy starts. That is good news. So my guess is they have a lot of... Okay, they did hit a bauble with the Chalice. Well done, opponent. So we do need black mana more than anything. So we are going to go get a Watery Grave. And I think at this point, even if they land in Azusa, we can't instant speed kill it. So we're just going to Brutality with the 1 mode. And actually, because this Bauble's dead, we'll just gain a couple life off of it also. Yep, we'll do that. Black and 1, discard a Bauble. Okay, that's exactly what we were hoping for. We wanted to find the Summoner's Packs. We did. Disdainful Stroke. Just good to note for Urza, but really, and I guess we're also, but good to know. We do just want to keep them. Okay, so Slayer Stronghold down, 1 Unknown in hand, Disdainful Stroke, and Simic Growth Chamber. So now I believe we just go ahead and go with our game plan here. We're just worried about Rex Sages pretty much. And truthfully, I mean, if they hit a Titan here, we're kind of in trouble. Okay, they do not, thankfully. Now we definitely need to go get our green mana. Get the Breeding Pool. Now the awkward thing is we are short on red. This Chalice is doing it. Yeah, okay. Well, we definitely have to save a trophy for... We're definitely not trophying the Chalice just to get a redraw off the Bauble. So we just have to save this for one thing and one thing only. And that is the Big Daddy. Let's see, is this him? Azusa. Okay, that's not scary now. That's fine. These castles not being legendary are ridiculous. These are good cards. Okay, well, pass the turn, and we will... they have Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, we can't even play it. All right, Disdainful Stroke was a good keep for them. Definitely getting the job done. Oh, now we're just letting them draw a million cards, and that seems miserable. So let's see. What do they hit? Okay, EE. We did have the foil to that. All right, the Azusa Beat's coming. Okay, Thoughtseize clears the way for Urza next turn. That's pretty good, actually. We will do that. Ooh, the problem, though, is... so here's the issue with that. Is this Slayer Stronghold will give the Primetime haste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can play it. Our opponent made me laugh, said, this game would be so confusing to a new player. That is true. But this Slayer's Stronghold giving the Primetime haste just makes us dead. So if we play this Thoughtseize, we don't have access to the trophy anymore. So we just have to pass it. And then the plan is to, once we hit another land drop, we'll play the Thoughtseize first, then the Urza, when we absolutely have to. But right now, we just can't die to a Primetime. That is the one and only thing we're worried about right now. The best draw in our deck is just Ashiok. If we can get an Ashiok, he is, I guess it's not a he, it's a, I don't think Ashiok has a gender if I was remembering right. But Ashiok, whatever it is a monster. They are a monster. Okay, we'll pass the turn. Keep up this Assassin's Trophy as our only out. Azusa Beat's coming. Pass turn. So the good news about us not doing anything, if there is a good thing, is just the fact that they may think we have just counter magic for days, and they might be waiting for a chance to throw something out. But they're up to 5 cards in hand now. This is not good. What are the draws we want to see? I don't even know right now. This is tough. This is a really bad spot. So I think we just keep representing that we have... Okay, Once Upon a Times. Yeah, there's the Primetime. Okay. Well, we got to kill it. They are going to get some Field of the Deads here. Primetime down. Yep. And I think we'll just go ahead and... Well, yeah, so we're going to Assassin's Trophy now, so that way the extra land coming down doesn't trigger an extra time on the Field of the Dead. Gets a basic. Okay, now here come the triggers. One's got to be Field of the Dead, right? two, or is that Gruul Turf and a Field of the Dead? Yeah, gets a million more mana. So let's see if they have an additional play here. Simic Growth Chamber. If they have another Primetime, then they played it really well. The thought is maybe if you do pre-combat attacks, use the Assassin's Trophy. Do they have second Primetime? Let's see. Manglehorn. Whoa. Okay, Manglehorn is a thing. The good thing is everything here now has 2 toughness, so our Field of the Dead is live. Manglehorn destroys the artifact. Gets in with Azusa. So what are we hoping for here? We are hoping for a... Well, let's lead on a Thoughtseize to inform our decision a little better. Summoner's Pact. Yeesh, do we have to take that? I think we do. So we take 11 next turn, but we can... Actually, we'll keep the Thopter back, so we'll take 9. Ooh, this second Summoner's Pact was great. Well, yeah, we just can't let them use it. So, all right, our opponent played this very well. So what we're going to do here is keep back the Thopter to block. We're not worried about EE, which is good. But yeah, I think just that Titan, the second Titan down, was just going to be miserable for us. I don't think we come back from that because that's 2 Field of the Deads, probably 3. This gives us a chance to next turn not die and then Dead of Winter away the board. This has been a really intricate matchup on both sides. This has been fun. This is a really cool match. So I might have misspoke a little bit. They will be able to Slayer Stronghold one of these. So actually, that's the one we'll block. So I think we're still just taking the 9 next turn. Yep, taking 9. We'll block the biggest one. Actually, that's a lie. Yeah, I'm doing this math really poorly right now. They'll be able to give the +2/+0 after blocks. So we'll block one of the 2s. Another 2 will get +2/+0. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Down to 2. Yep, that's right. Yep. I'm sure you guys caught on to that quicker than I did, but that is how this will work. So we'll go down to 2 next turn. Oh no, our opponent lost connection. Let's hope we can get back. He or she. Let's hope they can get back. That would be the worst game, the worst way for this game to end, because this match has been fantastic so far. Okay, opponent is back. Them having a second card we had to take with the Thoughtseize. I was really hoping to just take that Disdainful Stroke and slam Urza, but have to be patient some more. Pass the turn. Oh, they found it. All right, fair enough. We were on the back foot for most of that game anyway. Yep. And now they'll get Trample and Haste off of it. Or Vigilance and Haste. Yeah, so either way. Good games. We'll let them play it out. Yep. All right. We have seen enough. To game 3, this has been a wild match. Let's see if we can't pull this thing out. So I don't think anything changes. Nothing else. We know their game plan. We know our game plan. That Chalice was oddly effective, even though we only have a few baubles in hand. Okay, so we are on the play this time. This hand is interesting. We really would like some interaction. Man. But in terms of our game plan, this is really good. Eesh. Plus, we get to sacrifice the Wellspring to a Foundry, get an extra card. Oh, this is frustrating. I don't think we can chip this, because we even have a backup Foundry to our first. And the way I think about this is if I went down to 6 here and I redrew these 7, I'd throw back the Foundry, and this 6 would still look fine. So we're going to keep it. All right, get a redraw. Lands are not what we need, especially that one. We need some colored lands here. I guess the Astrolabe helps us a bit on that front, but... Okay, no Amulet. That's huge. This Tribe Scout's good, but not quite Amulet good. So the play here is to just keep getting some redraws while we can, and then the turn after... Okay, that's beautiful. So now we just need to not die to a crazy Titan start here. Stirrings is scary. What do they hit? Greenberg. Okay. Could be worse, I suppose. Or Garenberg. Greenberg, Garenberg. Oh boy. Okay, they have... a lot of stuff coming. Are they just going to be able to play this turn 3? They'll put a land in this turn. That's 4. And then next turn, 5, 6. They are. Oh, man. That is rough. Oh, no. Is there any way out of this? I think the way we win this now, is simply to do our game plan and hope that the biggest... yeah, we just have to continue with our game plan here and hope we rip an Urza. So I think the way we do that, the best possible way you can do that is to stop their Foundry, sack this Wellspring to get a redraw. The worry is if we Goblin Engineer now, while they can... Well, I guess they can do it in speed anyway with Bojuka Bog. Huh. Well, that is our play here. That's the way we get out of this. So we will Scalding Tarn, save some life, and get a mountain. Snow-covered mountain. And we'll do this now. See if we don't hit a bauble or something like that. Welding jar, maybe. And we did hit a bauble. That's why we did it then. Let's get a redraw. See what they're dealing with. Azusa. Oh boy. Okay, so we just have to fade the actual prime time. Let's see. Any chance that actually happens? This might just be one of those perfect starts for them. Ooh, we did get Urza. Can we win next turn? I don't think so, but... Oh, we played to our outs okay. Let's see. Manglehorn is good, but not the end of the world. Or is it? So... We can't go infinite because all of our stuff comes in tapped. Wow, okay, okay. Well, this is good. This is why we played that Foundry first. Destroys the artifact. Garenberg. Okay, well, we didn't die that turn. That is something. So the question is, do we get Urza down or the Foundry down? I think the answer is still Foundry here. Actually, undo that. Undo. Yeah, Foundry first. Pass the turn. And let's see if we die here. Land in Teleria West. Okay, here's prime time. If they can't win this turn, though, we win next turn. Because we can Galvanic Blast the Manglehorn. Okay, Bojuka Bog down. That's why we saved the Engineer for when we had to use it. Opponent does not get in wisely. Well, we will kill the Manglehorn, pass the turn, and we're going to go infinite here. As long as we don't mess it up. Let's make sure we don't do that. So, a snow-covered swamp is what we want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Urza down. Tap an artifact. Get our Engineer. And go infinite. Now we got to do it quick. Let's see if our opponent makes it play us out. Alright, let's go to tapping. Oh, they have Bojuka Bog. Okay, actually, I think we're okay still. Okay, here comes the Bog. So we do have to save it here. And we can do that by sacrificing the sword to itself. Or the Foundry to itself. Then we get it back with the Engineer. Okay. Sacrifice the Foundry to itself. Oh, no, that's not true. Because then the Bog gets rid of the Foundry. Yep, okay, so we're not there yet. Okay. And we will pass the turn. That was a big turn. They did have to have exactly that. Okay. Here comes the prime time. Well, they had the Bog when they had to have it. That was really good. Let's see what prime time gets. Field of the Deads. Okay. Or one Field of the Dead, I should say. Well, we will block. Save some damage. Okay, more mana coming. More little zombos. Alright, Eon 2. That is good. Fair enough. Okay, now we're in trouble. Our opponent played this really well. Yeah, this was a crazy good match. Okay, well, let's see. We do not hit, and a second Urza isn't going to do much, so we will just start spinning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin, spin, spin. Astrolabe redraw. Okay. Brutality. I don't think does anything. No, but we're not dead yet. So I think we're just going to escalate with 3 modes. Target opponent, creature, target opponent. Tap an untapped artifact we control, pay a black, and 1. Discard Steam Vents and Urza. Force of Vigor. Does that just kill us? It might actually. Let's see. And a Bojuka Bog. Okay. Yeah, I think we're probably just dead now. But man, this was a really good game. Play Breeding Pool tapped and pass the turn. Bojuka Bog down. Yep. So 2, 4, 6, 12 plus 4. I don't think we're quite dead, but we're essentially dead. Yep, our opponent played this very, very well. 2 more lands are... So really the only way we win now is just worrying for a bridge. Not exactly where we want to be. So 8 coming through, 10, 12. Yeah, we're not dead yet, so we'll block a zombie. Hilaria West. So all he has to do, all our opponent has to do is get a engineered explosive in name 3, and there's no way we win. Summoner's Pact. Okay, so that'll get like a Reclamation Sage, probably. Ooh, another Primetime. Okay, that's fair. Okay, Primetime. So we're still live to a bridge. So Whir of Invention Bridge, I mean, that will do it. So my guess is that because they just went and got another Primetime, that they have the answer in hand. Otherwise, they must have thought they had to get a Reclamation Sage. Spire. Doesn't help. We'll spin. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goblin Engineer, sure. We don't get another spin either, so we are just dead. Good games, opponent. Really good games.